there, friends. Welcome to episode number 243. That's right, 243 of It'll Be Fine. I'm your friend and your pal, Kelly Zemnickis. And as we do each week on the show, I pull out a cookbook or maybe a recipe card, and along with my guest, we tackle a dish that neither of us has made before, but we go forward with the confidence that it's going to be fine. And on today's show, we are making this pink grapefruit cookies because someone ran out of the letter I. There's only 2 in the set. I did what I could. But pink grapefruit cookies is on the menu today. I decided on this bright, bold, unique take on a sugar cookie because my guest today is bright and bold and just awesome. Marlena Kessler is on the show today. Marlena is a Toronto-based producer and comedian and writer and designer and thrift store finder. She finds the coolest pieces in the strangest places. It is awesome. But I'm so glad she is coming to the kitchen so we can hang out and make these. And I've been told she really needs a coffee because she had a very late night last night. So you're about to watch 2 ladies who haven't done something before and are in need of caffeine. It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Coffee cheers here.
We're
baking today. I'm so excited.
I haven't baked anything in like years. It's been years. My mom would, I'm still a bit of a wild child, right? Mm-hmm. My mom wouldn't let me in the kitchen. She thought for sure I was gonna burn it down. So I've never really learned how to cook.
Oh, no way.
I definitely didn't know how to bake. That would have been not allowed. Not allowed. Really
well, you're allowed
allowed
to bake today. I'm giving
scared.
you permission. It's going to be fine. I just want to let the friends know at home. On occasion, my dog will be heckling us during this episode because she's very feisty today. There's someone new in the house, and you have a dog.
I do.
She probably smells morty. Yeah.
This is going to be great. It's going to be fine.
It's good. The name of the show is It'll Be Fine. It's from the holiday issue of this past year. On occasion on this show, I'll tuck into a recipe that I've saved for a bit. And for a special occasion, like this. I figured we needed a big, bold cookie. And we are 2 big, bold cookies.
Oh, man.
Right?
Oh.
In theory, what we are making today should look like this by the end.
We'll see.
We'll see. Do I have these kind of dots? No. So we're already...
I don't know. They look like they might cause cancer anyways, so...
That would break a tooth.
Yeah.
That would break a tooth. It is by Jessie... I can't say her last name, but it's a cookbook called Cookies, the New Classic. Friends, as always, just
The
going...
new classic?
The new classic.
The cookies have all...
We're freshening up the sugar cookie with some pink grapefruit.
Okay, alright. I was going to be like, cookies... It's not a new... It's not a new classic.
These are. What you can do, friends, at home to play along is go into the YouTube show description. There is a link to this recipe, and you can make your own new classic. What do you think is a new classic for 2022?
New classic. The femme mullet,
Yes. There's 2 parts to this. We are going to bake the cookie and then do a frosting, which will come a bit later once the cookies are cooled. So, the only things I have changed in this recipe, which again, show description, click on that recipe link. Instead of granulated sugar, we are going with coconut sugar.
Ooh.
Which I kind of dig because it gives you a lot of sweetness, but not as much as granulated. It's a bit healthier, so it makes me think these are a healthy choice. It's worth the investment, coconut sugar. Absolutely.
Where do you get coconut sugar? Sorry to interrupt.
At any major grocery store. It's in the baking aisle.
What?
Yeah. It's not the cheapest thing, but you measure it exactly the same for granulated. You don't have to change your measurements around. And I do really like using it. And then the other thing, because it was on sale and I'm cheap, plant-based sour cream.
Oh, I thought that was lard.
Nope.
Did you see how my eyes lit up? I'm like, she's going to talk about the lard.
We have lard in the cupboard. But no, this is plant-based sour cream, which I've never, ever used. All right, I think we're looking good.
All
and
right.
Marlena's asleep. No.
It's like I was out really late last night.
She really was. We're definitely needing our thrill coffee today. All right, next up, we are going to beat together the grapefruit, the sugar, and the butter.
This is like, you like your cookies crunchy, you're a psychopath. Like, you need the cookies to be chewy.
In the appropriate situation, I like a crunchy
don't tell
cookie.
me that. Okay.
I do like a ginger snap.
Okay, all right, fine. But like, if you
But
like
I also like a chewy ginger cookie.
if you like a chocolate chip cookie hard and crunchy, like that's insane to me.
No.
Why do they even make them?
No.
No?
No.
I haven't eaten yet today.
We're loading her up on coffee and sugar.
That's
It's the healthiest diet.
look, man.
All right, so into this we are going to put, we don't need all of this grapefruit zest. We just need, let me just see here, 2 teaspoons. That's 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. Always helpful to read the, I've done it before, I'm just saying. And then you're like,
But
whoops.
you graded all of that.
I did. I did. I stood here as you were coming up and just grated a grapefruit. Like I do when anyone visits. Butter, when you're creaming the butter, don't dump this whole stick in it.
That's
Do
also,
cubes.
like, I'm really glad that I'm here right now.
That, and then our sugar. And for the measurements for this, you need a cup of sugar. And as I said, we're using coconut sugar. You just measure the exact same. So this is 1 cup of coconut sugar. This is going to go into here, and we're back to mixing. Yay.
Yeah.
It's going to cream it up.
What about it looks like it's stuck.
So it's looking stuck. So what we'll do is we'll give it a minute. We're going to stop it and then poke that butter out and mix it again.
All right.
Yeah. Because this kind of gets like stuck right in. You don't want to drive yourself crazy. You just want to poke this out a little bit. And what we're looking for here is light and fluffy. Oddly, the name of my high school rap group. It's not true. The color of this is obviously going to look a little bit different because we're using a darker color sugar. But we want it just to get together. We're going to increase the speed a bit. Oh, it's going to be good. And then coming up, the egg.
This is the fun part. Oh my god, this is always the fun part. Oh.
You need the whole egg for this. You don't have to worry about separating it. And if you have not done so already, please preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It says here to add in the egg, the sour cream, and the vanilla. So let's all do that together. So if you want to dump that in. Lock that down. So we're going to mix this all together. And we're going to do this until it looks curdled.
Whoa, why?
But I think this looks pretty smooth, but
Yeah, it looks smooth to me.
I don't know. So when you add your dry to your wet, don't do this whole thing at once because you're going to risk wearing it. So we'll open up the bowl a bit. Just kind of give it a little tap. And one of my favorite parts about this recipe is that you don't need to let this dough rest in the fridge. We're basically going to go from this to the baking trays to the oven, so it's perfect. And then here, this should yield 24 cookies. But I have yet to successfully make the amount any recipe yields. So in all likelihood, Marlena, we could be making 18 or 37.
I am
no idea.
No matter. I am hungry.
So see how it's changing here? So it's looking pretty good.
Woo.
Yeah. So we're going to do a quick little cleanup here, and coming up, we are going to make some balls. The oven set at 350. You want your baking trays in the oven, by the way. You want the shelves at the top third and the bottom third, just so you know. Which really smells lovely and fresh. It looks really good. And just to show you the quality of it, it's got a really nice like consistency to it. You can it's pliable. You can make a little snowball. So what you want to do, again, 24 is the aim. We've got 2 sheets, so we'll do 12 per sheet. I'm just going to use my hands a bit. And because I've got the spoons, I'll just give them a little hand. But basically, we want to do 12 of these. This portion of the shawl always feels like a quilting bee to me. Like an old-timey quilting bee.
Oh man, you know what we should do? I'll have you over and we can make a skirt or something. Because I can sew.
Man. I cannot. You can show me. I'm showing you how to make cookies.
Yeah.
I can't sew a button.
I can definitely show you how to sew a button.
All right. So we'll do 12 on.
How spaced should these be from one another?
You don't want them like right crammed up next to each other.
Right.
The recipe is saying 3 inches apart.
3 inches apart. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, our balls are looking good.
Yeah.
Look at our balls.
Oh yeah.
It's also fun to say balls. What are you producing of late? What is coming up in the summer for you?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have every Monday night at Comedy Bar, 9:30 p.m. in the Cabaret Space, and that show is always a wild show.
Let's do one more on this tray.
Okay.
Yeah, the Monday shows are super fun.
They're so fun.
They're super fun.
And
they're themed.
They are.
Correct?
They are themed. Though it's so much work. I'm gonna have a meeting later today because we're like, how do we cut down on this workload?
A weekly show is a lot.
It's
a lot.
Beast.
It's like a tray of balls. So now we're gonna flatten these. Right? Okay. All right.
I mentioned, we're baking, we're ladies.
Yeah.
Roe versus Wade was overturned.
Yes.
So I have a play about, it's a pro-choice play.
Right.
It was a comedy show, then we're turning into a play, and
Awesome.
then that's going to be in New York in the autumn.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So Marlena's socials are in the show description. Give her a follow. Make sure you check out all these awesome shows. And for the month of July, on It'll Be Fun, as you'll know in the little commercial segments, we are supporting the National Abortion Network, which is great because what they do is they take your donations and then they send them out to like 80 different groups all over the state. So support choice and support cookies. Yeah, that's a good little segue, I think. Yeah. Supreme Court's not getting these cookies. Did we hit 24 cookies? Nope, we hit 21.
That's good enough.
That's good enough. That's the alternate name of this show. Bake these cookies at 350 for 11 to 13 minutes, which in Kelly's brain means 12. Just go in the middle. Midway during the bake, turn the trays. Rotate them. So bake for 6, do a rotation, bake for another 6. Yeah?
Ah.
All right. But how long have we known each other? Have we met like during the pandemic?
We met during the pandemic. During I made you bake. I make comedy clubs in my yard.
Yes.
That's how we met. I'm like one of the few people that like met a lot of people during the pandemic.
Ditto.
You did too.
Ditto.
We're
And
magic.
I'm like pretty surprised how many Toronto comics I met on like online stuff that I'd never seen at other clubs.
Right.
And then your name kept popping up because they're like, oh, this amazing person has a show in her backyard. And I was like, what? So I'm very grateful to you. Cheers for
thank you
making
so
shit
much.
happen.
Oh my goodness, that's like so great. You know?
Yeah. The alarm's gone off. Let's take a look at our cookies with Kelly's ridiculous oven mitt.
I love those. That's like
Harrods in the UK.
And it's also like a scarf if you get cold.
Yeah, or it's a purse.
Oh my god.
All right. So friends, here are our cookies.
Whoa, that was fast.
They look beauty.
Holy moly.
So again, we want these to cool completely. Then we're gonna frost them.
Okay, I am excited and I do want to frost them immediately, but I'll listen to what you have to say.
That's the bottom of the cookie there. So it's a lovely, nice little golden bottom. Cookies are looking really good. We're just gonna leave them for a moment before we put them on the tray, get them frosted. And again, for the icing for this, you can use red dye, go pink. You can make this purple, blue, black, whatever you wish. So we got our little food dyes here. You're gonna want a little toothpick or like a knife, because once we mix all this together in the mixer, then we're gonna pull the color through it and make a little, make some art. So we're gonna add in that heavy cream.
Alrighty.
And then if you wanna take the powdered Puff Daddy sugar there.
Alright.
I will never not call it the Puff Daddy sugar.
Okay.
So it's all gonna go in. Need a good heavy amount of that stuff. We've got our salt. Boom. And then if you wanted to chop up the butter a little bit.
It's like not in. Wait.
That's okay. We're also going to chop up this butter to mix together. And then we need for the vanilla 1 teaspoon.
Still at the butter.
Yeah. Close this up. Oh, we need a mixer thingy.
Mixer thingy. Oh,
here we go. We can use this.
All right.
Look at that. It's getting all smooth and silky. Okay. All right. Let's do a bit of red. And you can, this is sort of like as you like. You can do a little bit of food coloring. You can do a lot of food coloring. Look at that go.
It's marbled.
Isn't that awesome? Oh yeah, look at this. This is awesome. We have a beautiful pink cookie that is coming our way. I'm really excited.
I'm also.
Spoon frosting onto the cookie and then spread it out. Or I think you can also dip the cookie. I think that could work too.
Okay.
But this is sort of the part where you get to play. However you want to decorate this is your thing. As I say, you can take the cookie, dip it in like that. That works too. Or you can heap it on with a spoon and play around.
I'm gonna heap it. I'm a heaper.
Do your thing. All right, so let's make a little bit of space here.
It's like good on a time management thing, you know? Dip and go. And I'm kind of like, yeah.
Coming soon from our rap group, Light and Fluffy. Debut album, Dip and Go.
That's it's a song about my love life.
Look at these. This is so pretty. I am so proud of us. Look at our sparkly cookies. It's game time. So pick the cookie you want to try. I'm going to try this beautiful little guy here.
Okay, give me the goopiest one. I'm going to take
the goopiest. All right.
Ooh, it's still
bon appetit. Cheers. Cookie cheers. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
If you put more sugar in this, like that, this is great.
Mm-hmm. But with granulated, that would just take it up a notch.
Man.
But this is nice.
This is great. It's the perfect amount of...
It's chewy.
Yeah.
And it's got a little... I do always love the little crunch at the top. The back note, when you finish, I get the grapefruit, which is really nice. And like she says, like, because we went with coconut sugar, that sugar punch isn't there, but I do quite like the taste of it.
It's sweet. It's but like this is perfect. You know?
Yeah. No, it's a great soft cookie. This would go perfect with some coffee, maybe a little bourbon.
Coffee with bourbon?
Or coffee with bourbon.
Is that a thing?
It can be.
Alright.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
right.
What recipes do you give for people you don't like?
If I don't like them, they're not on the show.